So in this lecture we are going to solve problems on scalar and dot product, scalar or dot product and cross product. First problem is that a boy runs 4 kilometers on a road towards east, then he turns towards north and run 3 kilometers before stopping. Find the resultant distance covered by the boy. Okay, so solution of this problem. First of all, draw diagram which specifies directions. Okay, we know the we know north south. Okay, and if we stand like this, then towards right hand side east and west. Okay, so when boy initially runs 4 kilometers on the road towards east direction. Suppose this is starting position of that boy. Okay, and he runs 4 kilometers towards east. Okay, so this is the first vector. We called it as magnitude of that vector is 4 kilometers. Afterwards, after stopping, then he run towards north for 3 kilometers. So from here he goes towards north. Suppose this is vector B and this is 3 kilometers. So we have to find out resultant distance covered by the boy. So how can we find out? So this is our initial direction. So by law of vector addition, we can draw resultant of these two vectors. This vector is along x-axis, this vector is along y-axis. So resultant is like this, vector A plus B. Okay. So what is the magnitude of vector A plus B, which is length of this vector, is nothing but square root of this, which is 4 square plus 3 square. So 16 plus 9, 25. So 5 kilometer. So from initial position, boy will be 5 kilometer. Okay. If you want to find out direction, how can we find out direction? If you take this angle as theta. Okay. If you take tan of theta, then we know that tan theta is this divided by this, opposite side divided by adjacent side. So opposite side is 3 divided by 4. So theta is tan inverse of 3 by 4. Okay. So you can say direction of that boy is tan inverse 3 by 4 degree along east of north. Okay. So in this way you can find out magnitude as well as direction. Okay. So with this we have covered first problem. Now we are moving to second problem. Now second problem is that find work done in moving an object along a vector r is given if applied force is 4i plus 3j minus 3k. Now we know that work done is a scalar quantity which is nothing but dot product of force and displacement. Okay, so we have to take dot product of this vector f, which is applied force and displacement. So this is equal to, now force vector is 4i plus 3j minus 3k dotted with vector r is 6i 3j plus 4k. Okay, so their dot product is Okay, so vector A dot B in terms of component, this is x component, this is x component. So product of these two is 24 plus product of these two is 9 and minus product of this is 12. Okay, so this is equal to, so 12 minus 9, so 9 minus 12, this is minus 3. Okay, so 24 minus 3, 21 joules. Okay, so work done is 21 joules if force is in Newton and R is in meter. If unit of this quantity is not given, then you can say over here units. Okay, so in this way we finish our second problem. Now we move to third problem. Prove that vector A and B are parallel to each other if vector A is like this and vector B is like this. We are using properties of dot product and cross product. We know that if two vectors are parallel, then angle between them is 0. And their dot product A dot B is nothing but magnitude of multiplication of magnitude. But if we take cross product of two vectors which are parallel, then we know that vector A cross B is AB into sine theta. In case of parallel vector theta is 0. That's why their cross product is 0. If we find out cross product of A and B, and if that cross product is 0, then we can say that vector A and B are parallel to each other. Okay, so we have to solve cross product of these two vectors. Okay, so therefore vector A cross B is equal to, we know that, how can we find out cross product? Determinant of these two vectors, component of vector A are, here we have 1, here 3, and here 3. Vector B 2, 6, 2. Okay, now solve this determinant. So I cap into 3 into 2, 6. Okay, and 6, 3, it becomes 18. Okay, I cap 3 into 2 is 6 minus, here I think there is printing mistake, here should be 1, 6 minus 6. Okay, minus j cap. Okay, j cap, now see, 2 into 1 is 2 minus 2 into 1 is 2. So again here we have 2 minus 2 plus k cap into 6 into 1 is 6 and 3 into 2 which is 6. So again 6 minus 6. So here it must be 1. Okay. So here we get 6 minus 6, 0, 2 minus 2, 0, 6 minus 6, 0. So we get 0 vector. Okay. So in this way we can prove vector A and B are parallel to each other. If you take 3 over here, then these two vectors are not parallel to each other. Okay. The next, moving to next problem, which is problem number 4. What is that problem? Find scalar and vector product of two vectors if vector A is like this and vector B is like this. And next one is find also angle between A and B. Okay. So first of all, their dot product, vector A dot B. Okay. So vector A dot B is nothing but vector A and dot B. So 2 into 4, it becomes 8. Okay. then 1 into 2, so 2, okay, and minus 3 plus 1, so that is minus 3, okay. So A dot B is 10 minus 3, which is 7. Now next, their cross product, A cross B is equal to, A cross B is nothing but, see, again determinant I, j, k, component of vector A are 2, 1, 1, component of vector B are 4, 2, minus 3, okay. So solve this determinant, I cap multiply by, okay, 1 into minus 3 minus 3 and minus 2, so that becomes minus 5 minus j cap into 3, 2 into minus 3 minus 6 and 4 minus 4 into 1, which is 4, so minus 6 minus 4, so minus 10 plus k cap into 4 minus 4, okay, which is 0. So this is nothing but minus 5 I cap plus 10 j cap. So this is cross product of these two vectors A and B. Now we have to find out angle between vector A and B. How can we find that? We know that A dot B using vector A dot B is equal to A into B cos theta, where theta is angle between these two vectors. We already find out vector A dot B. Now here A is magnitude of this vector, B is magnitude of this vector. So from this, cosine of theta is vector A dot B divided by magnitude of A multiplied by magnitude of B. Okay, so call this as equation 1. So we already know A dot B. We have to find out magnitude of vector A and magnitude of vector B. So magnitude of vector A is equal to, okay, we know that its rectangular components are 2, 1, 1. So magnitude is square root of 2, which is 4 plus 1 plus 1, okay. So root 6, and magnitude of vector B is 16 square root of plus 4 plus 9, okay. So 29, okay. So then put in 1, we get cosine of theta is equal to A dot B, which is 7, divided by magnitude of A is root 6 into root 29, okay. So by solving this, you will get theta, which is cos inverse of this quantity, okay, 7 divided by root 6 into 29, okay. So by using calculator, you can find out that angle, okay. Now we are moving to last problem. Find projection of vector A, which is I minus 2j plus k, on a vector B, which is 4I minus 4j plus 7k. So we have to find out projection of A on B. How can we find that? We know that vector A dot B is A into B cos theta. Okay. So projection of vector A on vector B is nothing but A cos theta. Okay. So projection of A, vector A on B is A cos theta. So from this equation, A cos theta is equal to vector A dot B divided by magnitude of vector B. Okay. So this is equal to vector A dot B. We know vector A is this and vector B is this. Their dot product. 1 into 4, which is 4. Okay. Minus minus plus 4 into 2, which is 8. Okay. And plus 7 into 1, which is 7, divided by magnitude of vector B. Magnitude of vector B is square root of 4 square, which is 16, plus 4 square, which is 16, plus 49. Okay. So this is equal to, this is 12 plus 7 becomes 19 divided by 12, 9, that becomes 21. Okay. So 6, 7, 8. So root 81, which is nothing but 9. So projection of vector A on B is 19 divided by 9. Okay. So with this, we solved the problems which are on cross product and dot product. Okay. So with this, we stop our lecture over here. Thank you.